Well, welcome back to the channel everyone. Today is going to be a little something different to what you've normally seen on the channel. Today we're fully fueled on coffee and heading up to linear fisheries. This is going to be our first competition of the year as we start to compete in the 2024 Biggum Carp Cup in the linear leagues. So arriving at St John's nice and early, did a quick lap of the lake, checking out to see if we can see any showing signs of fish. But with use of Liam's experience obviously of the lakes already, and of course the fact he stayed up overnight, it helped us obviously go into the draw pretty confident. Unfortunately, we came out 13th. The good news is though, the peg that we wanted was still available. Pegs 18 and 19 over the far side on the social bank, allowing us access to the channel. Both the channels obviously giving access to the shallows and of course the big bowl to our right hand side. So once I had done some leading around to find the perfect spots, I decided to start with 2 solid bags to the right hand side and the centre rod, and the left hand rod then go around with a zig. Liam on the other hand decided to start with 3 zigs. However, you will see, maybe the nerves were getting the better of me on this occasion. From the first solid bag that was going out, definitely didn't want to play ball. Then the camera started playing up. I could use an excuse it was windy, but I just put this down to first competition of the year nerves. Once all that was sorted though, it was now time to get some bait out. Here we go, first one in the net. On a little rest before we get it out. Verify away with the marshals. Rod's back out. First one coming with a solid bag. 6 or 7 wraps out to the right hand side. Right hand rod. Actually caught neighbours next door, caught it in the line. He quickly released it. I'm in contact with the fish again. Big battle. Say about 15 minutes. Yeah, this is a nice one. And we're off the mark. Yeah, I'm on. But there we go guys, first one of our competition at the Biggum Cup. Myself and Liam here at St John's this weekend. Not only is our first carp, but it's my PB for the first time as well. Look at that, £26 14, 1 ounce from £27, but it's a PB and I'll take it. The one thing I'm not taking right now though is of course a bucket because we're still early days. Hopefully there's 1 or 2 more of these to come and we can start competing for the rest of it. Here we go. But there we go, what can we say? Just like buses, 2 PBs come across at the same time. First one £26 14 and this one just shy of £31. £50 something, I'll get that confirmed in a moment. But what an absolute magnificent fish, what a battle. And again, absolutely chuffed for another PB. Turned out to be a good trip so far, 2 fish on the board. Let's see what the rest of the day can bring. Brilliant. Get going. Well, I thought I'd best do the update inside the bivvy. Probably you can hear it in the background. The wind today is absolutely horrendous. Yes, we were forecasted 40 mile an hour winds, and 40 mile an hour winds is literally what we're starting to get. It's put a major chop on the water, but to be fair, I think the fish they're moving with the wind, which is a positive sign. There's a couple of anglers that have caught in different areas now, so the fish are definitely moving around with the wind, and this is not going to stop anytime soon. So yeah, do you know what I mean? It's a very good time, because I said we just put my second fish back. Not only was it our second fish, but it was my second PB as well. So obviously the clips you may have seen already, but yeah, absolutely buzzing so far. 2 fish for me and Liam, both luckily coming to my rod. No doubt he'll join in with the action pretty soon. But 2 PBs, I can't complain. Absolutely fantastic. As Liam's coming round now to celebrate with us. So I just think we need to keep it what we're doing. Solid bags, magic beans. We are literally about 7 to 10 wraps out from obviously our section, which is section 9. You would have seen at the beginning. So you know, it's not as if we're casting the distance. We're not having to stretch to get to the fish. They're literally in front of us, and if we can keep sort of chipping away at 1 or 2 fish as we keep going through the day, and especially in the evening, and we may have a chance to sort of come away with a good position in the competition. 2 fish so far. I think we're the only ones to have 2 outs, possibly, may be wrong, but I'll check obviously with the leaderboard at the moment. But yeah, £26.14, an ounce shy of obviously the 27 mark, but still a PB. And then we were quite surprised it went again. This time it didn't look as big, but it was longer, and it turns out to be another PB at £30, just shy of that £31 marker, but it's my first 30. I'm over the moon. So let's see what the rest of the day brings and into the weekend. Keep updated. Bye. So good morning everybody. A little bit of early morning updates. Well, we say early, it's about 7:30, quarter to 8 now, but they say in life that you'll be thrown many challenges, especially when you live off the bank in the wilderness of us extreme carp anglers. When you come away for a 48-hour competition session, you think you've packed all your essentials, the rods, the reels, the line, the baits, yeah, no problem. And then you want a cup of coffee or you want some breakfast, and you realise with the van and everything, all the equipment in the van probably about half a mile away, you forget your cup, so you overcome. Thank you very much. But then to take it one step further, you've got to make yourself a cup of tea. You forget a spoon. Okay, we can still overcome that. But when it comes to something like having breakfast, you've got your milk, you've got your cereal, you've got your sugar if you need that, but you forget the most essential part is something to actually put the cereal in and eat it with.
It's all gone, so it worked.
We overcome. Good morning all. Just a bit of a cheeky little update for where we are at the moment. It's just cut to 9 o'clock in the morning. Got to be fair, with a very, very, very quiet night, considering that all the other side, I think section 11 in the cold corner and the double swim 12 left hand side, were absolutely hauling them in. I think they're on about six or 7 fish right now, so they're doing absolutely fantastic. Zolt to the right hand side of us, he's had one this morning.
I think his tactic was to bait early and then see what happens within 10 minutes. His rod's screaming off. So he got his second one of the day, second one of the weekend. Liam at the moment is just going through some leading up options, just going through seeing what's out there, ready for some tactical changes later on this afternoon, and we'll see where we come out from that. But for me, I'll flip you around in a second now. Bit of a change of tactic this morning, up nice and early. Decided to put about 7 spoms, only about 10 wraps out, 10 and a half, 10 quarters wraps out. Not that far considering where we seen the fish yesterday and where we caught from yesterday. So we put some spoms out this morning, not too much, hopefully not too little either, but also 3 solid bags over the top of them, get them munching around and see if we can pick 1 or 2 up. Normally the 10 AM cut off point for this place when the lake shuts down, ready for the night stuff, but yesterday was a little bit different, a bit awkward because we planned that it would be more of a night session, that obviously where we catch the fish, but everybody seemed to be catching the day, so tried to capitalise on that as best we could. I'll flip you around now and I'll show you where we are with the swim and everything. So as you can see in front of us now, you've got a flat spot, which is probably, like I said, 10 wraps out. We've set it up for obviously a bit of a swing back as well. You can see that the flat spot has been there now for about an hour and it's still going. And there's some photos I'll put up in a second as well to show you how big the flat spot was coming. I haven't even put that much in the solid bags, a little bit over the spot mix, but nothing too dramatic. And you can see how active it is at the same time. So we've got on the left hand rod, we've got 3 solid bags on all three rods. So the left hand side, just in line with bivvy number 1 on the left hand side here, as you can see on the screen. Rod number 2 is literally towards the cove of the trees, and the third rod is just to the right hand side because my boundary line, I don't want to come across to the next peg swim, so it's just on the right hand side, both within the line of the tree, no further than the way they're casting at the moment. It's yeah, three solid bags, 3 magic beans with a mini mixed pellet inside, with a flat spot and some magic dust. Hopefully it does the business. Well, evening time. Sorry about a bit of lack of updates, but we kind of decided to try to focus on what's going on with the water, where maybe the fish are, and what kind of tactics we can be using. But since obviously we last spoke this morning, this kind of channel that we're in is kind of been dead. There's only 1 fish on this bank that's come out all day, and that was a mid-double to the guys next to us. But we broke off, everybody pulled their rods out of the water around 1 o'clock today, went across for some food, some chicken curry, some chicken burger and chips, but yeah, it was good to have a break, get to know each other, get to meet new anglers as well, but just to find out what's been going on with what they've been up to. And I know it's competition at the end of the day, but it's always good to listen to what everybody else is doing and what people are good with. Tonight we've just literally put about, I've put about 15 to 20 spoms out now ready for the night. The temperature's dropped a little bit. It's not been warm all day, but it's been enough for us to be sat outside the bivvy. But now it's really dropped, hence the reason why the old tracker suit the coat is on. But no, 10-15 spoms out, then another 5 on top of the baited areas. So left hand side and middle rod are both solid bags. Done some leading around once we come back, found a bit of a new spot, just about, I think it was 9 wraps out this one. A little bit of a silty area, but moves into gravel quite quickly. So we put 2 on the spot there, 2 solid bags with bait over the top, and then because obviously the fish came off on the right hand side of the swim yesterday, 1 on there, but I've gone for a helicopter obviously style rig with a parkerbaits wafter. Orange came with a success yesterday, so going with the same again, but this time top with a couple of maggots on top, just to see if we can entice it. Attached to that then I put a little mesh bag, just to see if I can make sure the hook is down safely in case I am in any little bit of low-lying weed or or maybe some sort of silty areas which needs that hook needs to be up a little bit, and maybe that solid bag, that PVA bag mesh bag will help a little. But fingers crossed, the rods are set for the night. Liam's just over my shoulder now, doing his bits and bobs, getting ready for the night as well. I think everybody else is the same. The flat spot is doing his wonders out there, telling me that the fish are around there mulling around on the area and all spots. But fingers crossed now we can get into some fish. Keep you updated. Well, I think this is the last update for this evening then. It's now, when I say this evening, tonight, it's now come up to 11:30. Today just hasn't been our day at all. Despite our sort of good start to the competition on day one, 2 quick fish in concession, obviously the 27 and the 30 pounder put us right on top of the leaderboard, or second place. Nothing's really happened since. Maybe our tactics were slightly wrong after that. Maybe we just weren't on the fish. I'm blaming obviously the latter. We just simply weren't on the fish. It seems that obviously if the ones that are familiar with St. John's, it's either going to be on the left side of where we are at the social bank, which is the quarter corner, as they say on Henman Hill, or it's been down in the deep end with the bowl. Both areas have been catching fish, but unfortunately this channel area just simply hasn't caught much at all. But we sign off tonight now, just obviously fingers crossed that we get something to do in the evening, the early hours of the morning. Maybe we can climb up that leaderboard, but the other guys are absolutely smashing it. The fish are in their areas and they're capitalising it, so credit to them all the way. Just hope that we can catch something in the hours of the morning, but let's see what happens. Apart from that, you'll see me in the morning. We'll catch up then, but fingers crossed. Like I said, it might have been my last post for the evening, but I've got to be fair. In the all the years I've been fishing, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. We are literally in the bivvy. We've got 40-mile-an-hour winds hitting the bivvy from behind, and it feels like the whole thing's actually going to take off. It's already chatting a group about does anybody else bivvies feel safe at the moment. To go along with that, and again for the ones that are familiar with St. John's, there's a caravan site just up the way from the social bank, and there seems to be a bit of a party going on. Some questionable singing, is to say, but yeah, it's adding to the entertainment. So if you don't see me in the morning, it's probably because I've flown away and just chasing my bivvy back down the M4 back to Cardiff. But yeah, these winds are absolutely crazy, and for the ones who've experienced this in the past, I know a lot of people do fish here that have been watching, so you know, I'm now understanding what it's like with these extreme weathers, but more so the wind. So yeah, if I'm still here in the morning, brilliant. If not, and if the winds take me away, my bivvy somewhere down the M4. But we'll have a catch up soon, hopefully. Good night, guys.
That mood, sort of witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your coyote song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired, singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue?
Well, good morning, everybody. It's just gone 8 o'clock. I can only describe last night as probably the worst fishing experience I've ever had in my life. In fact, even from a camper, somebody who does like the outdoors, last night was probably the most horrendous weather I've ever been involved with. I think it was like 40-50 mile an hour winds pushing up to 60 mile an hour. I think around 2 o'clock this morning, everybody in the chat group was talking about how they were practically holding down their bivvies. You can probably hear at the moment now how bad the wind is, and you know, I'm doing this update from the bivvy. I'll span you around in a minute now just to show you the lake and what's been going on, but it's probably one night in my life when I'm fishing, and I'll say to you, I'm quite glad I didn't have a run during the night, because even if I was out there, I would probably end up down the bottom of the lake, and that was just the wind taking me there. Somebody did in the night. They did get into a catfish was obviously giving them a hard battle. Took out 3 of their rods, and they were actually playing it whilst that weather was absolutely battering them. And there's a video that they've put in the group of them trying to hide and shelter into the bivvy while trying to play the fish safely, just so they could protect themselves, because it was absolutely horrendous. But you know, that's what we were going to do if we want to be winning these competitions. You've got to put yourself through some major testing conditions. So yeah, that was the first last night, and it'll probably, hopefully, the last. I never have to experience anything like that again. But no, we got through the night. Unfortunately, like I said, no beeps or nothing for us during the night. I would say it was like a normal night's sleep, but the weather obviously just didn't allow that. But on the fishing front, there just nothing happened. And again, we just don't think we're on the fish. I think we were on the first day, hence the reason why we had the 2 quite early fish into the league, into the competition. But no, it just didn't happen for us, unfortunately. But we go again. Like I said, slow pack up now, and then see what the presentation brings. See who's coming in the top 5, and then the podium for the top 3. We dropped down to 8th last night, and again, so we haven't caught anything. So we either remain in the 8th, or we drop down even further, because there were a couple of fish out early this morning. But yeah, let's have a slow pack down now, and then we'll have a little catch up with you with the presentation. Thanks, guys. Guys, brings an end to the 48-hour, or just under 48-hour session with the Biggum Cup here at Linear at St John's. Just obviously done the presentation now for the top 3. Like I said in the last outro, I genuinely think, you know, as soon as we were off the fish, and we knew we were off the fish, it was always going to be a bit of a hard task. And the weather we endured last night was probably the most horrendous conditions I've ever fished in. I probably will never fishing again, if I'm being honest with you, because they were absolutely brutal. And you got 38, 40 anglers around the lake talking in a group, and the WhatsApp group was constant saying how difficult it was and what people were trying to do to protect themselves. Excuse me. But no, the job's done now. Presentation's done. Congratulations to the boys that are coming to the top 3. Absolutely smashed in. Like I say, once you're on the fish, you're on the fish, and I think they read the conditions, they've seen the way that the forecast is planning out for the rest of the weekend, and they've absolutely nailed it. So absolutely full credit to them. And for the rest of the boys that caught, unfortunately we do have some people who did blank, but they say that's fishing. It's not called catching, it's called fishing. And then again, in these conditions, it's even harder. I'll put up the photos now of the winners and the top 3 and the leaderboard. Myself and Liam actually came in 8th out of the, I think it was 8th actually, I'll double check, out of all the anglers. So for our first comp in this kind of league format, it was good. You know, you could turn around and say that the comp that we went last year was sort of beginner's luck, but it's an all learning experience, and it's certainly something that we'll take forward at the next. And we are looking to enter the next round of the Biggum Cup. We've got the one after we've got now is in 2 weeks time back here at St John's. So
this could have been a big learning curve for us taking it into the next session, but yeah, really good weekend. Can't complain. I'm coming away with 2 PBs in a lake which has got a good stamp head of fish. Coming away with 2 PBs in the same 2 hours session. It's absolutely brilliant. Got Liam now just driving off now. Just like doing this update in the car park before I set off. But no, absolutely fantastic, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Again, like I said, this is all still very new to me, doing the channel. Just obviously I want to just make sure I take you on the journey with what I'm doing with my fishing. The family love fishing, we're taking the kids fishing, so it's just seeing how they progress and getting them into it as well. So if you like what you've seen today, and so keep watching till the next couple that we've got coming out. Like I said, next 2 weeks now we got back up here in St John's for the RH Socials comp, and then we've got I think we've got one after that then over on B2. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for staying this long. If you can, like, it helps with the channel. Subscribe would be really appreciated. Hit that bell icon if you keep up to date with all the stuff that we've been doing. And until the next one, then we'll see you soon. But thank you very much, guys, and all the best.